This episode may contain loose forms of nudity, caveman, growling aggressively, and words not meant for the ears of young children. Viewer discretion is advised. This is a production of the Must See TV Broadcast Network. Like, share, and come along for the ride. Join the tribe. And if you're watching us right now on YouTube, then you already know what to do, don't you? Smash that subscribe button. The caveman won't bite, not really. And if you are ready, and if the caveman is ready, then let's kick this show off. Growl, growl.
Caveman's call echoes through the stream. Click that button, join the dream. 45 days, we're live on cue. Reviewing the wild, the weird, the new. Must see TV, it's a vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call. After shows where stories unfold. Hidden gems and secrets told. Crew's got jokes and little flair. Once you're here, you're staying there. Must see TV, it's the vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call. From caveman grunts to streaming gold. New adventure, stories bold. Every moment, every beat. Grab your spot. Front row seat. Must see TV, it's the vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call. Must see TV, it's the vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call.
All right, LB, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, okay. Let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new episode of The Page Redemption. And on this episode, we're taking a look at the magician of Tiger Castle. I think I got this right. Yeah, I did good. I did good, Facebook. I did good. But here, alongside me, is our I'm the co-showrunner. But she is the lead co-showrunner. She's the lead showrunner of this beautiful mess of a show. I give you the beautiful, the talented, the mystical, the magical, the whimsical, the enchantable, the intangible, the mystical, the angelic LB. How's it going, LB?
You know, it always makes my day when I get an introduction like that. If I could get an introduction like that to every single place I worked, I'd be so happy.
And killer entrance music like a wrestler. It's like before that would be lit. Pebbles is here also. How's it going, Pebbles?
Oh, it's going, caveman. Hi, LB. How are you?
I'm rocking and rolling. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. I cannot wait to get into today's story.
Yeah. So, but before we do that, we have to do the bio. And for this, I will kick it over I will pass the football over to LB. LB, let's do the bio first.
All right. So, getting into Louis Sekar. Now, you might have actually heard this name before, but I'll get into the basics and sort of say what he's known for and all that jazz. So, he is an American author. He was born in New York in 1954, and then he moved to California when he was 9 years old. And from there, he went to college in Ohio, Antioch, I don't know how to pronounce that, college in Ohio. However, unfortunately, his father died during his first semester, so he returned back home to California.
Sad, that's sad.
This is super sad, right? Like, I can't imagine, like, you're just leaving home and starting off in, like, a new place and studying and everything, and then your dad fucking dies.
Yeah.
Shit. That's rough. It's never easy.
No.
So he returned back home to California to be with his mom. He was like a door-to-door salesman of like cleaning goods for a little while. So random. And then he went back to university, but he went to the University of California at Berkeley to take economics. Not normally what we see from an author, but there you go. He also taught, like, he was a teacher's aide while he was in university, because there was like a course that you could get like a couple credits to be a teacher's aide, and there was like a school nearby that needed help. So he did that. It was so random, but he did that. He graduated in 1976, and when he graduated, he wrote Sideways Stories from Wayside School is the name of both the first book that he wrote, and also like a collection of novels within that universe.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say that, LB, because Sideways Stories from Wayside School is actually it used to be a really popular kids show in North America in the mid 2000s.
It came out. Yes, you are correct. He's had his series of Sideways Stories for Wayside School. He had that made. Well, he didn't have that made, but it got optioned to be made into a TV series straight to video. And then it actually got put on the air, I think in 2005, for 2 seasons. And then he also, in the world of film and TV, he had a major novel of his made into a movie, and that was Holes. I don't know if any of you guys know Holes, but I definitely grew up when it was just came out, and it was a major sensation. Holes is actually his novel that he has won the National Book Award and the Newbery Medal for. Those are the only awards I could find, but Holes won both of them. He has actually published 26 books. And Magician of the Tiger, let me try that again. Magician of Tiger Castle is his most recent, and it is actually his first adult novel. Going back just a touch, he wrote his first book while he was working at like some random warehouse job. He didn't love it. He got fired from that, and then he went to law school. When he went to law school, his first book that he wrote, Sideways Stories, got accepted by the publisher the first week of his law school. So he passed the bar in 1980, and he was working in law until 1989, which is when he was finally able to move into being a full-time author. Last notes about his life. He's married. His wife used to be a guidance counselor, and his daughter is a zookeeper. And most importantly, he does have a dog. Its name is Watson.
Aww.
And they live in Austin, Texas.
What type of dog? That's really important.
I couldn't find that out.
Aww.
That's the most important
so
information.
I definitely put
the
in
pets.
like effort to make sure that, like, if an author has an animal, I know about it. I'll know about the kids, sure, yeah, but if the author has an animal, we will know about the animal.
Yeah, we will do a deep dive. We will get the CIA and yeah, we will get the FBI on it. Yeah. That's important.
It's quite funny. Judging by his wife and daughter, you can really see where the inspiration for Wayside School came from.
Yes, he said that. He said in interviews that all of the kids in Wayside,
Those are real
were
kids, aren't they?
actually influenced and inspired by the kids that he was a teacher's aide to in university. So I thought that was really cool. He said, like, all of those kids were kids from X high school that he was helping out at. So that's awesome. That's kind of cute.
Imagine
Little
being
tidbit
a
of information.
teacher and reading this with, say, like your 5th grade class, and then suddenly realizing that your teacher's aide wrote this book about how bad you were as a child.
Yeah.
Or that you were a glue eater or something that.
Yeah.
So, Chris, why don't you get into your first thoughts of the book before we get into our X's and check marks?
Well, I like this is a very short book. This is like one of the shortest books we ever for the whole series
Yeah,
of
it
the
went by
Pay.
pretty quick.
Yeah, it was like it went back. It went by within like three days. I did not know what to expect. The Magician of Tiger Castle. I mean, what the hell is this book? I'm like, okay, well, LB recommended it, and I believe LB, and that the whole series is called Redemption, based on you redeeming yourself. And because I believe in you, LB. I believe in you. Not many people believe me. No, I'm like, look, listen. She has recommended mostly good books for the past 6 years we've been doing that. Only 1 year has been a dud, okay? 1 year. And I wanted her to own it and redeem herself. And we're not gonna go. We're gonna just float right by that. So that's my initial thoughts. What about you? What's your initial thoughts, LB?
You know what? I had a really low bar going into this. I know that sounds really sad, but like just because picking this, I was like, okay, we just need like a breather, like just sort of like a fun little book that's not like about crazy themes or, all of the deep dives or like a 6,000 page book or whatever. I just kind of needed like a palate cleanser for us, and I thought it would be like a nice, cozy little read.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, so my expectations weren't, I wasn't expecting this to be the next Leigh Bardugo. But I did know of this author beforehand. I hadn't read any of his books before, but I knew that, he's been very popular and his books have, people really like his stuff. So I was like, okay, this seems like a safe bet.
Yeah.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, so I've been dodging this for like three reviews now. So I'll go to my first positive. How about that?
Yeah.
How about them? I'll
Such a gentleman.
Yeah, I know, such a gentleman. LB, you owe me so much. I mean, no, anyway, my first positive. You know what? I like the magic system, and I like how
Okay, yeah.
this magician was part like magician but part scientist, and I like how the magic is not like some sort of like magic that we were equate to magic. Magic in this world is all about like science and stuff like that, and medical properties. We don't really see a lot of magical spells. We see a lot of potions, yeah. But I like that. I thought that was a different take on a magician. And that's my first positive.
You know what? I'm going to jump off that because you bring up a really good point. I actually really did enjoy the take on magician as well,
Yeah,
because it wasn't just like medical based. It was like Dark Ages medical based,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So sort of it was sort of funny being like, you know, oh, I'm going to write down all these changes that I made, and like I have to have a tear, like a heartfelt tear
Yes.
is an important thing. But, you know, also doing like a scientific method of
Yes.
figuring out how this potion is working.
Yes.
I just thought that was really cool. I thought that was like a nice mixture of like, I guess, absurdity,
Yeah.
which you kind of have to have going into like, it's not really a historical fiction.
No,
like,
no.
it's not. But like with that sort of flair of like it being historical and being like, well, we didn't know these things beforehand. But like the bread mold soup being
Yeah.
an actual thing.
Yes.
And people not really recognizing why it was working. They weren't
Yes.
like, oh, there's penicillin in this and that's good for you. And
Yeah.
will help you defeat an infection. But, you know, through whatever way they did, they managed to work that out. So I
Yeah.
thought that was really cool. That's something that like fascinates me in like everyday life too, you know, like
Right.
just like
Yeah.
fun fact history stuff about that. So I thought that was a really cool magic system to have in the book, and definitely something unique, I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
From everything that I've read.
All right. It's what your first? Let's go with your first positive.
So, yeah, I have them.
Okay. All right. I'm
Okay,
glad
this is gonna
someone
sound
does.
so freaking random. But something that stuck out to me when I'm like, because sometimes I finish the book like literally right before we do the show, and I write
Yeah.
out my notes. Sometimes I finish the book and I'm just crazy busy. So I finish it on the train and then I get off and I have a whole bunch of shit to do before I actually get to write down my notes. So something that stuck in my brain as something that I enjoyed, and I know it sounds totally random, but the description of his shoes,
Yes.
like, I know it's random as a thing for a positive, but just because, like, knowing, like, medieval times and that sort of stuff, they had crazy, ridiculous shoes, and there has been scholarship on just, like, what the fuck was these about, right? And, like, they tied them up to their ankles because, like, it was just this such a fashion trend, right? But I loved that aspect of like, oh, now I gotta get in my fancy shoes and I can't really walk up the frickin' steps in them because they're so long. And
Right,
like, I thought, and I guess that encapsulates something about the book that I quite enjoyed, was just that sort of like tongue-in-cheek narration of like not taking themselves too seriously, of
Oh
throwing
yeah.
in
This
a couple like
book is not
if you will,
doesn't
little
take itself
slapstick.
seriously. Yeah.
Right? So, like, I thought that was enjoyable for what it was. And I thought that was, like, a fun little ad-lib in there that was enjoyable and actually had plot purpose. So, that was cool. What's your next check mark?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have another positive. I do have a positive. I take that back. I do have one more positive.
Okay.
This is. Listen. I'm trying to word this appropriately. Stop it! Stop laughing at me! No one laughs at me! In this caveman head, I know. Yeah. All right. If you're new to fantasy, fairy tales, and if you want a book to jump into, like a nice time for you to get like your toe, dip a toe in the jacuzzi before you slink in. This is this book. That's this book. It's not incredibly deep. There's nothing beyond what appears like it's not a book for the advanced. It's not even a book if you're like 3 books. If you read a bunch of Lee Bardugo, this book is not for you. But this book is a great starter for that journey. and that in itself is a positive.
I'll jump in
Yes.
on that, Caveman, as someone who hadn't. I read Wayside when I was very young, but this is definitely, although it is the author's first adult book, it's a stepping stone into. I hate to say it,
larger world.
real adult books.
Like it's a.
It
wait.
starts with, it has mature themes.
Wait! No, I got it. Oh! Wait! It's coming. It's my big caveman thinky brain. It's a smaller step into a larger world. Star Wars reference. Boom.
But yeah, it definitely is a small step into kind of
Yeah.
adult literature, which is something I actually really appreciated about the book.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's an easy read.
Yeah. So that's my first. That's my second positive. And beyond it, it's gonna be a lie from there. So I'm not gonna lie. I don't do that here. And I'll pass it to LB, and she can launch us up to our next
I can
positive.
roll for you. It's fine. I think that's a fair point though about the about it being sort of a stepping stone into sort of bigger worlds of fantasy. I think you're right. It's I wasn't expecting for it to be this like massive big world sort of thing, right? Like
Right.
I expected it to be pretty basic. I wasn't expecting to think too much as we're reading, hopefully was the plan. So I guess it kind of is what it is, right, with that. And it is sort of like baby steps of fantasy fiction. The last check mark that I have is the escape story, because I thought that was like, that's really when I got interested in the book, and that's
Yeah.
sad to say because it was further along in the book than it should have been to be interested in the book. But that's sort of when it felt like more of a fantasy book, or rather an adventure.
Yes.
Because I thought it was written kind of well, and it did have like these tangents of things that were like, okay, this is random. We're going over here. They're in the middle of winter and they're going to try and get to Norway. That doesn't make sense. Oh, look at that. It's not making sense. Cool. So I thought that was cool. And I thought it was interesting how we had that whole big city scene.
Yes.
Like I thought the escape portion of the book was well done. I enjoyed that part. Yeah, that to me seemed to be where like the meat and potatoes of the actual story was.
Okay, I appreciate. I like
You're-
that too. I really like that too. Unfortunately, it comes from the book, but I'm glad it was there. And I'm like, I sat up. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah, and you're
hold
dead
up,
on.
hold up, boys. We may have something here. And then I'm like, oh. Yeah, I agree with you. I did enjoy that scene. Right? Is that all your positives?
That's all I got. That's all I got. We got to get into X's next because I'm sure you got much to say. Do you have any potential closing thoughts on positives?
No.
I kind
Okay.
of do.
Okay.
Sorry to interject you too. The one positive I had from this book, because obviously as Caveman reads, Pebbles must read as well. The biggest positive was that you kind of got thrown into this world that when you imagine it is kind of like childlike and wonderful, kind of like the author's previous works. But and this is going to lead into your X's, I'm sure it will. But what I liked is that it creates this childlike wonder and worldling kind of picture. And then you're just met with these adult feelings.
Yeah.
You're just kind of met with like, oh yeah, we're adults. It can't be that magical.
Like that
There's
urine-
logic.
The urine glass. It was
Yeah.
like. So
Going into your X's now.
So my first real X is, what is adult about this?
Yeah.
What is adult about this book? Like,
Just the themes.
it's just the longing of love.
I think it's more that like true magic requires truth.
Yeah, but what is adult about this book? We have the urine glass, and that's brought up way too much in the book. But like, it's just like nothing. There, like, we've read a lot of PG adult young fantasy, and it's much more violent and adult than this book. It's like, what, like I don't understand. I don't. It's like a movie having an R rating, but you watch it, you're like, did they just add all this after for the sake of it? It's like Birds of Prey in the I'm not gonna say the full name because that's fucking stupid. They just put an R at the end because of let's do it. There was nothing R about the movie at all. Like, there's nothing adult about this book. Like, there's nothing. Like, I read it twice. There's nothing. There is virtually nothing. There is, like, the urine glass, and I guess the forbidden love. I'm stretching, and then that's it. And I'm really confused. So that's my first X. LB, what is your first X?
Well, yeah. So, I mean, I would have to, I'd agree, but also disagree in terms of the classification of it being an adult book. Like, I don't know, there could be an argument for how, like, when they escape and talking to the warriors in the camp pretty lewdly, or, like, sort of this, you know, these concepts of, like, consent and that sort of stuff, in terms of, like, with the potions or whatever. But also, I think maybe just of, like, the phraseology of how it's written, maybe, versus like how you would write for a children's book. However, yeah, I see no reason why this couldn't be classified as YA. I don't know. It does read to me, and it is his first adult novel. It does read to me like someone who has been writing children's novels for a while,
yes,
and this is their first adult novel. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I definitely hear what you're saying there.
It's weird. It was like,
Yeah, you're dead on with that, LB.
it's like, yeah, the lewdness, sure, right, and like the wording, but like we like the duology like of Lee Bardugo's like Six of Crows and The Crooked Kingdom.
No,
Had
way beyond
that's
this.
more adult. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
The only things that I found that make this book quote unquote adult are the themes of just love versus duty, memory and identity, redemption, immortality and regret, like just kind of thoughts that you have as you age, which is what it kind of it almost doesn't fit. You
Yeah,
almost
but
don't need
it's-
those mature, boring themes.
But I mean, if you read this, and if you read The Crooked Kingdom and Six of Crows, you're gonna look at this. You're like, this is not adult. This is 100% not adult. Like, I don't like that. That was more adult than this. We had betrayal. We had rude comments. We had like, I mean, we got a girl getting tortured. We got like, it just didn't make like, huh?
It's concepts
Yeah.
that could be easily conveyed in a Disney movie.
It's just, anyway,
Yeah.
that's my first X. So, LB, I'll pass it over to you. What's your first X?
My first ex, like, okay. So, this whole, perspective of him, like, retelling the story from, like, a cafe, like, you know, a couple hundred years
Yes.
in the future, which is present. So he's, like, telling the story of the past.
Yeah.
like the whole mechanism around him, I guess he's not immortal because he can still like die, I think.
Yeah.
But like it's just the whole mechanism of like him being immortal and him retelling this story has no purpose
Yeah.
whatsoever in the fucking book at all.
Like, why would you like? I was gonna leave. Here's the thing. I'm old grumpy man, and I'm set in my ways. And I said, you know what? I always lead in with the past tense stuff. How I don't like it. I don't want to do that. I want to let LB time to shine. So I'm glad.
No, I'll take the reins on that because oh my god.
Yeah, it's just like so lazy.
I'm kind of curious.
Why?
Did I
It
misunderstand
really
something?
felt. Oh, sorry, I'm interrupting.
No,
Please
I'm
go.
not. Keep going, LB. This is your floor.
sorry.
Yeah.
I really felt like it was, and I was trying to put a finger on it, and like literally talking to myself in my head, being like, "What the fuck is this? Like, why is this bothering me so much?" It felt like a creative writing prompt
Yes.
of
Yes.
like, you know, you're sat in a cafe, in a castle or whatever, and this is your setting, and write a story. Go. You have to have immortality and a rat.
Yes.
Figure it out. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like those sort of writing prompts just to sort of get you going. It felt like he just didn't edit out the parts of it that you're supposed to edit out after you've like actually generated a story from that and you're happy with it. And it made me so frustrated because I was like, oh, okay. Like we start off in the story, cool. And then we're like we're in this cafe and he's like feeding the rat. So like they're both immortal. But what purpose does that serve? It's not
None.
like it's mentioned in the book, but there's no like it holds
There's
no
no
plot value.
callback to it. There's no.
No, like
Did-
the only reason to have it is so that he can be sitting in this, or that so he can be like, you know, making these weird ties to like the foundation of Quakers in America or whatever.
Yeah.
Which
So,
I'll get into that.
I-
But like, it frustrated me so much because I'm not like you. I'm totally fine with like, you know, going back and forth in time and like, if it's done well. I think this was just, it didn't need it. It was completely unrequired. Like, you can edit out all of the, like, present tense stuff,
Yes.
and the story is still the same story.
Yes. Thank you.
There's literally nothing that changes about it.
Did-
What the fuck?
Did I misunderstand something to prompt both Caveman and LB here? From my
Yeah.
interpretation of the book, the potion he actually lost his memory from, because I was kind of confused. Was he a ghost? Because he kind of just dissipated Thanos style at the end.
Well, it's so he's in this cafe, right? And he's telling the story. So he's immortal, right? It's
Presumably from that potion, though, correct?
No.
That's what from what I gathered, the potion that he, spoiler alert, he basically sacrificed himself by drinking. From my understanding, he lost his memory from that and became immortal. That's what I gathered. I gathered it was from the potion, and that was kind of his punishment. But I'm asking you guys. You guys are the experts.
But no, we're not. I'm not the expert. She's the expert. She's read
LB,
more books
hot
than-
take. What's your take?
I'm wondering if I missed something, because from what I understand, he, like, through experiments on his own self, like, he made himself hairless.
Yeah.
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 And like couldn't sweat, and there was a whole bunch of like things that happened from that, and he gave that to the rat first.
Yeah.
And that was just something like in his character's development towards becoming a magician.
Yeah.
And it's just like another side effect of it that he discovered, because he just didn't die, was that, you know, he had immortality as well.
Yeah.
So
Because it just made sense.
I don't think he poofed out at the end. Like, that's not what I
no.
got
It's
from
an
it.
It's an interesting take, though, to
Yeah.
say like, hey, he's actually you know, because like he's been in the dungeon for like years and years and years and years and years and years and years, right? Until
Right.
some random person puts him out, which adds a whole bunch of other questions of like, why did no one question why there's just this immortal man?
Yeah.
Right? So like, I mean, you could make an argument that he is a ghost and he's sort of looking back on these things. But if that is the case, and if that's intentional, it is not very clear, I would say.
Yeah.
And in line with how the rest of the book is written, I would expect it to be more clear rather than one of those subtle things.
Oh, we will get to the writing.
Oh, most
next.
definitely.
We will get to the writing next.
You know?
But
But that's an
it's-
interesting thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. But here's the thing. Here's why it
'Cause he did
doesn't
kind of-
need it. It didn't need it because once you do, when I teach, I always do this with creative writing. Once you do this and don't have like a solid plan to like carry the story, because the story has to be very well done. For if you must do it past tense, it must to serve the purpose of the story, but it must be handled so correctly. Because when you go past tense and you're like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do, well then you already told the audience everybody made it. You're okay. So
Yeah.
you have to really convince people of why they should be paying attention to this story. And for me, that's what just drove me insane. I'm like, okay, why am I reading this book then? Why am
Yeah.
I reading this book? So I 100% agree with you, LB, but I just wanted your time to shine with that. So my final X. And this is not only a criticism of this book, but this is a criticism of the last 4 books we've gone in
dear.
here. Okay? These authors have to get someone to proofread their books.
Oh my god, right?
Like, this drives me so fucking annoyed. There's multiple errors in this book. So, for instance, when he goes down and he talks to the guy, the person who's in the dungeon, and he talks about, are you in love with her? And the guy's like, how could I? 3 seconds go by. And he goes, so you are in love with her. How can I not be? And as we go along in the story, he's telling the wizard guy, he's telling a story on a girl he met a long time ago, right? And the guy's like, did you kiss her? And he's like, no, I didn't, because she's 15. And he talks about her, talks about the long walks they used to have, and she goes up to a branch, and he's bullshitting fake magical properties, and he's like something quote unquote, if you eat them, you'll be kissing the first man you see. I know some people are gonna have a problem with like, well, that should, but it definitely does. It contradicts what he just said. It's painful. What would it matter if someone took 24 hours or a day just to proofread some of these passages, some of these words of dialogue, and say, look, this is what's wrong. I think we can word it just a little bit different. And the confession, I think, needs to happen a lot further along, not 2 seconds later after he finished saying, no, I don't love her. I know what you were trying to do. It's forbidden love. And I get it. But when you have a character, it's like, well, how could I love her? And then 5 seconds later, have that exact same character saying, how could I not? It drives me insane. And I know that you guys can point out like more egregious things in the book, but that's just some of the beauties I plucked out of this book. Someone has to proofread these books. Come on. You're putting throwing it into the world. You're asking a price on these books. Have respect for your readers by saying, you know what, I'm going to have someone proofread this book before I send it out. That's my last X.
I mean, I will say what you're specifically picking up on there, I would say is a writer's choice in presenting flawed characters. However, it didn't come across well.
No.
And it could have, like, also, I gotta agree with you on the whole, like I said beforehand, portions of this book can be completely taken out and, it
Yes.
would make it better.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
you know, so-
Well, what I'm saying is exactly like I was saying. Like that could have been. What would it take for someone else to proofread this? Come to those sections and say, you know what, this is good, or we can handle it like this. I have no problem with that dialogue. How Forbidden Love, and like he can't admit anything. I have a problem with saying something 1 second, saying something in the other 2 seconds.
Yeah, it gives it no
that
space
defeats
to, like, breathe.
so much. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I hear you there. I mean, I think what's disappointing about this, because like a lot of these sorts of books that like you look at and you're like, where the fuck was the editor?
Yes.
I think also maybe it's like, where did this start off? That this is the like product that they're like, yeah, okay, we're done with the editing sessions. We have to be done. We have to sell this now. Because as much as we would like for, you know, all of the authors to have all of the resources provided to them, and you know what I mean? Like,
right,
it's just not what happens all the time, unfortunately. So, you know, I feel, especially with this author, he's had such like popular books be put out that you would think there would be more care put in, and more finances truly put into developing this book and making it better. But it might have been one of those sort of decisions that gets made where it's essentially just like, well, you know, this is the book and we need to sell it and his name will sell it. We don't have any more time to put into it. This is it.
I think
Goodbye. You know what I mean? Like,
I think the phrase you're looking for is this book feels like rent was due.
Yeah.
it feels like rent was due.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's harsh but true.
Yeah.
That's the phrase I think you two are looking for. I'm listening to you guys discuss it, and I'm like, this book really does feel like his rent was due and it had to get out now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a shame, though. It's
Yep.
it's a bloody shame. It really, really is. But that's my last X.
Yeah. Okay. I'll stop harping on about that. My last X that I have here. I mean, it's kind of the same thing, but it's just the narration style.
Yeah.
I couldn't get around it. I didn't feel connected to the characters. I felt, you know, and especially too because the protagonist, the magician, he's not a particularly likable character.
No.
Like, I could see him being like lovable in a sense, but it's just he's not. He's not.
Yeah.
He's just not.
Yeah.
And you know, like he comes out with like he's pretty braggadocious about certain things, and that's frustrating and annoying.
Yeah.
And like, if you're going to have a character be like a weird narrator like this, where you're going back and forth and not having a lot of like actual connection to the story. Like, we had a lot of connection to making potions.
Yeah.
That was the majority of the fucking story.
Yeah.
But, you know, the actual connection between any of the characters or anything going on here or feeling anything with that. There was none of that. And on top of it, I didn't feel connected to the main character that's talking to me. So like it just really felt like a waste of time.
It felt like a children's show.
Yeah. I'm gonna
You know?
bounce off that. You just reminded I for one more X.
One more X, go for it.
The characters are so fucking paper thin. It's
Yeah,
it's
so paper thin.
it's just
The
What-
juvenile names as well.
yeah. It's
Anatole?
I-
Anatoly?
it's they're so it's just like you can ram a truck through these characters. But yeah, that I just don't care. Give me someone.
Yeah.
Give me a reason to care. Come on. It's let's go. I mean, the king and queen are just evil for the sake of evil. The wizard, the magician is dumber than a box of rocks. It's like, oh, this is fucking wrong. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Yeah. No shit. Maybe executing someone is very, very wrong, and helping this guy to lose all his memories is bad. It's just so thin. Like every character is so thin. The executioner, it's just like, why even bother introducing him if you're? I don't know. It's just the writer in me. I'm like, come on, you could have done so much more.
It's very reminiscent of his children's books, to
Yeah.
be fair.
Yeah.
Very it could have been an episode of Wayside and they were all in a fantasy world and I would not know the difference.
Yeah.
I genuinely wouldn't.
Yeah. So I'll bounce off that. That's my last text. All right, LB. Now we reach the ending of the show. And what say you? Yay or nay? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Remember, I believe in you.
Yeah, this is a big thumbs down for me.
Oh.
I'm really frustrated by this choice. I think this is I mean, you know, I literally tried to get us to do a different book like halfway through our time, because sometimes we have time, sometimes we can bump things or whatever, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. So I was like, fuck it, we'll read this book instead and just not pay any attention to that one because it was so goddamn awful.
Yeah.
I don't recommend you read this. Don't read it.
No. All right.
I don't know what to tell you.
I am actually. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't recommend this book either. I can't. Like I said, if you want to dip your toe, fuck it. But don't even read this. For a starter,
Don't read the book.
Don't
There's so many
read the
other
book.
books that you can read.
Don't. Just don't. There's so much. There's so many good books out there. A duology that you guys may like. If you're watching this, you're like, well, what should I get started? The Six of Crows and the Crooked Kingdom. There you go. It's an awesome book.
Fantastic,
You don't have to be familiar in the world. It happens so far in the future from the original events of the story. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's heartwarming. It's tear jerking. Don't even read this book. Just no. Don't listen to this silly caveman. Don't read this. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm looking, caveman.
Don't read this book. Don't even listening to it. It's worse. Far worse than you can possibly imagine. It's like tens of thousands of readers shuddered in pain and suddenly we're gone.
Is it bad that I'd recommend this book for advanced readers from aged 11 to 14?
Yes.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh yes, it's bad. It's bad. It's
There's better books.
it's better books.
You could read at 11 to 14 years old. You could read The Hunger Games. You could read Divergent. You could read anything. Just don't read this.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, but if you want something like really good to dive into, I mean, how many times have we mentioned Leigh Bardugo here?
Seriously, pick up any of her books. She's fantastic.
Shadow of Bones, the trilogy, like there. I mean, the Road of Kings. No, I can't think. King of Scars, I think it's called. Yeah. It's everything is so good.
King
So
of
good.
Scars, Hellbent.
Hellbent.
If you're looking for an adult book, that's
Yeah.
a fantastic fucking book.
Ninth House, Hellbent. We're still waiting, Leigh Bardugo,
Yeah.
on the third book. Let's go. I want it now. We turn the page to November in our penultimate episode, and we are doing...
Drum roll. We are going to be doing... Oh my god, where did my order go? It's right here. Okay. We are going to be doing Salt Bones by Jennifer Given.
Ooh, Salt Bones. Ooh.
Salt Bones. It is sort of
That sounds like an erotic novel. Like, what are you doing to me?
no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I would not be recommending the books that I read for that to you. No. I do not want to scar you for life.
Are you okay,
No, so
LB?
this book is
You're gonna make a
sort of
mistake.
South American take on like the death gods,
Oh.
as well as it gets into some pretty heavy themes of like missing women and children.
Oh.
It's like it's almost thriller-esque,
Oh.
so kind of to do with the season.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's a good one to go out on.
Well,
We
it's our
shall see.
penultimate, right? So it's the second last book. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys. That will do it today. We have everything back up and running. Yay! Until we see each other tomorrow, my friends, take care, be safe, be well, and we love you all. 40,000 plus, and may the Schwartz be with you. Peace.